Hey, what's happening? Sometimes it really doesn't matter how much you prepare or plan. I forget. Getting old's tough, man. It's tougher. Anyways, hey, what's going on? This is just kind of like a free for all, whatever. A lot of things have happened. Let's see, what have I done? Good Lord. I am working on a big job, a really cool kind of job. I have a president and CEO of a major hospital. I have like 30, no, I'm sorry, probably 55 prints of the Canton area in this hospital. And they have a new CEO, and he wanted to know how to get to reach me or who did these pictures. And so they reached out to me, and ASAP, rush, whatever I got to do. They wanted four 30 by 40s and 24 by 36, two of each for his office, which I hate. I'm impressed. I'm thankful. I mean, it's just fun. I get calls all the time, not calls, but text, emails from people. Mostly it was in the cancer ward that these pictures were hanging. They're still there, and they're throughout the administrative offices and stuff. And they're all 24 by 36 images, and they're all in those standout frames. So they're clear plexiglass with four bolts that go into the wall. And they're just beautiful looking, and they're done right. They're hung. The guy that does the hanging there is phenomenal. I mean, I look at things and I'm thinking, man, how in the world they were straight all the way across. He told me to build a jig for him and all kinds of things, but it's really cool. You look down the line hallway, and all you see are images that you took, and it's like, wow. And that was like 4.5, 5 years ago they did this. So now this is a new set of prints, and I'm going to try to get updated prints in there for them and see what can go on with that, which is nice. I'm learning a lot about shooting video, whether I want to do it or not. I'm learning about that. Um, I have just really all kinds of mind challenging games. If I don't keep my mind challenged, I'm in trouble, and I don't want to be in trouble. So I got to keep my mind challenged, and I got to learn things all the time. I don't know how people can just kind of like go through life and coast through there and not do anything. It drives me nuts, absolutely nuts. I did see the new Hasselblad announcement. I did see the new specs. And honestly, I watched a couple reviews, and yeah, it has LiDAR focusing in that, but it doesn't seem like it's really that much of an upgrade. And they even, and I know he was being nice, the guy on Petapixel, because they can never say anything bad about anything. It just drives me nuts. But when they kind of like get to the point where, yeah, the focusing is okay, it's a little better than I know. I know then it's not really that great. If he would have said this focusing is phenomenal, what a difference. To me, that would have been like, okay, it might be worth an upgrade. But I'm not shooting sports with this camera. I'm not doing anything with a Hasselblad other than portraits and street landscape stuff for me. But yeah, to think you're going to go out there and shoot sports with that, you really would have to be messed up. I mean, I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. I would never shoot sports with it. Why bother? Say you can, I guess. But so I looked at that, and I've already decided that I'm not going to upgrade. I thought it would be like a huge improvement. Um, and it really, honestly, the specs don't seem like they're that big of a deal. Get a little bit better viewfinder, a little bit better back screen, but and it's also cheaper, which is a good thing for people new to the Hasselblad ecosystem. It's new, cheaper. I say cheap. It's cheaper, and the color of the camera is beautiful. I do have to say that the color of the new Hasselblad X2D2. There we go. Sounding like we're in a Star Wars movie. X2D2 is it's really nice. Um, but other than that, I just wanted to just tell you what's going on with me and how much I'm enjoying learning the video realm. It's a love hate relationship, honestly. It truly is a love hate relationship. I am filming this on the FX3 and just one light with a I don't even have reflectors, the walls bouncing. It probably looks like that too. But I've been learning how to use that camera, and it's nice. It's limited, obviously, to video. You can shoot stills with it, but eh, 12 megapixel, and it's really not designed for that. So this is the 24 to 70, the GM2 lens, and I think I got this right around 40 millimeter, 45. So it looks pretty tight when I'm looking at it. I love the flip screen. I'd love to be able to see it. And like I said, I'm not high tech at all with video stuff. If I need help, I got a friend who is very good with that and has pretty much everything you could possibly want. But right now, it's just me. So learning as I go. But I hope you guys are having fun and don't know what's going on camera wise for me. I really like the size and the weight of the Sony system. Their 24 to 70 zoom lens, to me, it's much smaller and lighter than my Nikon. Um, and they have a 12 to 24, which I would absolutely love for my real estate. I have the 10 millimeter Laowa and I have the 12 millimeter Laowa. The 10 millimeter is autofocus. The 12 millimeter is not. It's the Cine Lens 2.9. And there is a big difference between the two of them, honestly. 10%, 10 millimeters is huge. And I don't know if they'll keep their 12 millimeter or not. Considering I'm not doing a whole lot with it, it's kind of like crazy to keep it. So I'm learning how to walk the ninja walk. It's harder than they make it look. And you get online and everybody tells you this, and how to make your business grow. And it's like, I don't know if you get like I do, I feel like I'm information overloaded. And I don't like that feeling. You don't know who you can believe. You don't know who you can talk to, who you can trust, who's even telling you the right things. It's all about people getting likes and views, and I never know who's lying and who's not lying. It's just very, very disturbing and frustrating. So I guess if I really want to try a piece of gear out, I will rent it from Lens Pro, Lens to Go, or whatever. There's several different companies out there I've rented from before. Yeah, it's kind of a waste of money. Even if you buy it, it's kind of a waste of money because you spent $200-300 on a piece of gear that either you're going to buy or you're not going to buy. So, but it's better to spend the $300 than to know, yeah, this really isn't what I want. Um, and it's hard sometimes to know in a week. It's like I went back and forth on the FX3 whether I wanted to keep it or not, I just decided I'm just going to keep it and I'm going to use it. I'm going to learn it. And all in all, if I can't get to like it, I would just sell it. Yeah, I'll take a loss, but it's better than keeping something you're not going to use. And I feel that the camera itself, it's not its fault. If I can't get things right, it's my fault. It's photographers have this thing about gear, how it's going to make them better and how that's going to do this, how I'll be a better videographer, a photographer. Um, I'll do lighting better if I have this brand of light, or I will. No, you won't. You really won't. I mean, there are tools that will make it easier. There are specific tools sometimes that are designed for one or two things. Yes. But light is light. I mean, I have shot with my strobe lights into an umbrella, it bouncing into a wall that I have portraits of that are phenomenal. Is it expensive? No. Is it a high gear setup like a Broncolor, Pro Photo, Elinchrome? No. They were strobes bounced into a wall, a white wall into a corner, or it's just window light coming in and you put a scrim in front of it so it softens the light. It has nothing to do with the brand of light you use. Now, if you're a commercial photographer and everything is cataloged and you have to have you're shooting clothing, you're shooting dyed colors, and it has to be perfect, which nothing really is, but it has to be as close to perfect as you can get it, then yes, buying the or renting the best flash on the market, in my opinion, would be Broncolor because they are very, very accurate shoot after shot after shot after shot. And you don't want to have to go and try to color change something that you have really no idea. You want it to be right from the beginning, and you want all that shoot that from the day to look like the same. You don't want the colors to vary. You don't want be 300 kelvins off, 400 kelvins off. Sometimes I hear, the newer lights and the Godox. They're great lights for what they are. They could range from 100 to 500 kelvins off, and 100 are you're not really noticing on people, but when you start getting to 3, 4, 500 kelvins difference, and you will notice that on product photography for sure. So if that's something you're doing and it's got to be critical, by all means, don't cheapen your lights. Do not cheapen on your lights. That's the worst thing you can do. Best thing you can do is buy the best gear that you can at the time, regardless of what you're doing. Put your money in your gear at first so you don't have to rebuy it again. That's the biggest advice I could give you. And do you need the latest and greatest camera? No, you don't. I have the Nikon Z9. That's 4 years old now, probably 4. And I don't know. They're talking about a global shutter coming out with the new camera. It's all speculation, but the camera works fine for what I'm doing. I mean, I have literally one that's beat up and it still works, one that's not beat up and it works great. I use it all the time. But, the sensor is almost 50 megapixel. In reality, you're not even, what are you going to do with that? Um, the only thing I wish that camera would do better was low light. It doesn't do low light well, in my opinion. And if the new one does low light, then yeah, it would be worth an upgrade to me. I mean, I've got my money's use out of a camera that's 4.5 years old and I use it every day. Literally, it's probably got 200,000 actuations on the shutter, if not more. And it still works every day. So that to me is a workhorse. It's a nice looking camera. It's heavy, but it is a workhorse. And I don't think, I used to like the Fuji, the XT3, I think I had, or yeah, it's one of those. And it was a cool camera. It was like a toy. I don't know that it would hold up like that Nikon. And I'm not bashing them. I'm just saying from real world use, I mean, that camera has been in the rain, um, hail, it's been dropped, it's been in sand. It still works, which is a testimony to Nikon. It's amazing. So I'm thankful. That's why I say buy the best you can buy at the time and build your thing up slowly. I always tried to buy the best that I could, but sometimes you get impatient and you want to buy more and then you go into debt and it's just a whole nother snowballing effect and it's just not good. So do I want to switch sometimes over to Sony because I like their ecosystem? I do. I really do. I have stopped myself short of that. So I keep telling myself I'm going to wait till to see what Nikon brings out. I want to see what the new flagship is going to do. If it's going to be really good in low light, if it's going to have the global shutter, the Z9 doesn't have any rolling shutter with anything I experience with anything. It's the shutter in that is amazing. Um, but the low light, I think, anything over 4,000 ISO, I just don't, just too noisy for me. Yeah, you got the denoising in Lightroom and stuff like that, but it's not the same. It's okay. Um, but I don't really get into that situation too much. But there are times where I need, 6, 7, 8,000 ISO, and I got to use a 1.4 or 1.2 lens. And again, I'm limited with that. So if they come out with one that's ready to go, that's like really good low light, I'm on it. It would be worth the upgrade. I am going to start a weekly um, videos, weekly, let's say podcast, but it's really not a podcast. I guess it could be whatever you want to call it, but it's going to be on the things of photo in the photo business, 12-week program. And I'm going to start, excuse me, Monday. And every Monday, I'm going to post a new video specifically for photography business. And it's something you might get some use out of. Um, any comments are great. If I can help you, if you can help me. I mean, I've been in business a long time. However, I made a lot of mistakes, and it's an ongoing daily challenge for me, and it's something to do, and I enjoy it. If you would have asked me if I've ever done video in the past, like what do I see myself doing videos? No, no. Matter of fact, it's a crazy thing when I'm driving around, I see life. I don't think of a video camera. I see an instant still picture because that's all I've ever done. And it's still hard to beat stills. You can open up, just say a wedding album, for instance. You can open up a wedding album and your mind goes back immediately to where that was taken. You relive that emotion just by flipping through pages. With a video, you got to put it in or turn it on and you got to scroll through if you want to see a certain scene, or you just got to watch the whole thing. To me, it's not instantaneous. It is a beautiful form of life, yes, but when you look at a photograph and you look at some of them that are just so well done, just just captured some really cool images of people. It's like, wow. I mean, your mind just like you go there and it's like, I can experience what that person is feeling. And I can flip the page and it could be a whole nother emotion. And to me, I'm used to that, and to me, that is capturing life. Now, is it? Yes, to me, it is. Video has always been cool, but I'm not one to watch a lot of just random videos. I can't. I mean, I don't doom scroll. I mean, sometimes I get into the funny situation there where it's kind of cool to watch and laugh, but if you look at the time that's gone, it's wasted. To me, it's wasted because I could be doing something that I really want to do, and I just think photography for me is always going to be my outlet. Video is going to be something that I'm learning and trying to get something a point across to other people that I've been through, that I've learned, that I've went through, and keep going through. So it's a whole different medium for me, and I think both have their place. And I think my place for me is photography, and it's okay. Everybody's got their own thing. I'm not a big fan of using the phone for pictures. I grab pictures with them for fun. I had a realtor one time use her iPad, and she's like, I use my iPad because when I get back to the office, they're already uploaded on my computer, and all I got to do is post them. So I looked at a couple of her houses and I said, oh my Lord. I mean, okay, if you're going to do something like that, clean, clean your lens on your iPad. Do yourself a favor in your client. Now, this lady was selling $1 million homes, 800 to 1.2 million. I would be number one, embarrassed to walk in if I'm representing you as a home buyer and I use my iPad to take pictures of your home. I would be embarrassed. I would tell the person to leave, honestly. And then when you do it with dirty lenses and you're shooting a bedroom with backlit lighting coming in from the windows and it's a big fog glare. Yeah. So there's a place for everything, and that is not it. So I don't know how people function. Like I said, I would be embarrassed. I I would be embarrassed to represent a homeowner and bring an iPad in as my photo source. Anyways, have a great day. Love you guys. Keep doing what you're doing. I enjoy your comments. Try to be kind. There was a guy on here that was rude the other day. I had to delete it. There's no need for stuff like that. I mean, honestly, you got plenty of that on Facebook. You don't need it on here. So just be kind to people. Nobody has all the answers, and nobody is getting out of this life alive. So just be kind. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.